The Detroit Lions have just become the center of attention and are putting pressure on the entire NFL. Jack Campbell and Alex Anzalone aren't just playing well, they are dominating a statistical category that could completely change the course of the Lions season. Before we tell you exactly what these numbers show and why they are terrifying their opponents, please like this video because it greatly helps our content reach even more Detroit Lions fans. And if you're not already subscribed, subscribe now and activate the bell, because here you receive everything firsthand about the Lions. Now let's get straight to the point. While everyone talks about Aiden Hutchinson and Al-Quadin Muhammad as the quarterback pressure monsters in Detroit, there's a truth that has gone unnoticed by most. Our linebackers are becoming one of the NFL's greatest weapons of destruction. Yes, Jack Campbell and Alex Anzalone aren't just playing well, they are dominating a statistical category that could completely change the course of the Lions season. Before we tell you exactly what these numbers show and why they are terrifying their opponents, please like this video because it greatly helps our content reach even more Detroit Lions fans. And if you're not already subscribed, subscribe now and activate the bell because here you receive everything firsthand about the Lions. Now let's get straight to the point. While everyone talks about Aiden Hutchinson and Al-Quadin Muhammad as the quarterback pressure monsters in Detroit, there's a truth that has gone unnoticed by most. Our linebackers are becoming one of the NFL's greatest weapons of destruction. Yes, Jack Campbell and Alex Anzalone aren't just stopping the running game, they're going after the quarterback with frightening efficiency. And that's opening a new chapter for this defense that's already feared throughout the league. And you need to know exactly what that means for the upcoming game against the Minnesota Vikings, because something big is coming. Jack Campbell, the young linebacker many critics thought would take years to truly explode, is now shattering NFL statistics. To give you an idea, last season, he had only a 2.6% success rate in QB pressures. By 2024, that number had already grown to 10.9%. But in 2025, get ready. Campbell has just reached an insane rate of 13.9%, placing him 11th among all NFL linebackers. That's higher than several defenders already considered elite. Alex Anzalone is no slouch either. He's currently ranked 16th in the entire league with a 12.5% success rate on pressures. Together, they form a duo that few offenses can control. They are two linebackers in the NFL's top 20, leading analysts to claim that Detroit may have the best group of linebackers in the entire league, especially with Derrick Barnes also contributing heavily. And this isn't just numbers on paper, it's real impact on the field. Campbell already has 34 tackles, 3 sacks, and 2 forced fumbles, while Anzalone has 22 tackles and 1.5 sacks, becoming a fan favorite for the grit, speed, and aggressiveness he shows on every play. And the burning question is, will this explosive performance continue in the next game? Detroit faces the Minnesota Vikings at Ford Field this Sunday, and the duo's mission will be critical. The Vikings' running game isn't scaring many people this season, but the offense led by Kevin O'Connell has enough talent to create chaos if the Lions' defense doesn't apply pressure from the first snap. And there's an even more crucial detail. Quarterback J.J. McCarthy is just returning from a serious ankle injury. He can't be allowed to get comfortable for even a second. Campbell and Anzalone will have to stifle the running game and force McCarthy to make mistakes, because in this type of situation, any slip-up can decide the game and the season. This game is scheduled for 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and those in the stadium will witness firsthand what could be the most dominant performance of this defense yet. Kelvin Sheppard is transforming this unit into a true wall, and it all starts at the heart of the defense, the linebackers. But while the defense is wreaking havoc, the Lions' offense has also become a topic of discussion, and not exactly in the way fans would like. Wide receiver Amon-Ra St. Brown issued an important warning about an area that may be putting the team at risk: efficiency on third downs. Detroit is currently only 21st in the NFL with a 37.6% conversion rate in these situations. And worse, when the third down is long, 8 yards or more, the team is last in the league with only an 8.7% success rate. This derails entire drives, disrupts the offense's rhythm, and leaves the defense exhausted. St. Brown made it clear the team needs to be more explosive and avoid relying so heavily on these situations. Part of this problem may lie in the offensive line, which currently features young players still adapting and lacks a starting left tackle to protect Jared Goff. This means adjustments need to happen now before this detail snowballs. But one thing is certain, even with this inconsistency, The offense has shown itself capable of winning games, and with minor adjustments, mainly in pocket protection and play calling, the Lions can once again become one of the most efficient offenses in the NFL. So, fans, get ready. A defense that is growing to be one of the most aggressive in the league, an offense with the potential to explode again at any moment, and a game against the Vikings that could define the course of the Lions' next few weeks. Leave your comments below. Do you believe Campbell and Anzalone will overwhelm Minnesota's offense? And what can we expect from this offense? Do you think Detroit will adjust its course and return to dominance? I want to know your opinion. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video with another Lions fan.
Information circulating now indicates that Detroit is in serious negotiations to add a simply monstrous player to its offensive line, a guy who has already been selected to the Pro Bowl 7 times in a row. This news is exploding among fans and generating enormous suspense within the league, because it shows that Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell want to go all out for the Super Bowl this year. The offensive line suffered, especially in Week 1 against the Packers. And despite improvements, there is still serious concern about protecting Jared Goff and the running game. But before I tell you exactly who this player is and why he can completely transform the Lions' offense, go ahead and leave a like, because this information deserves it. Now then, let's get to the details that are heating up behind the scenes in the NFL and that could immediately put the Lions on another level. According to an analysis published today by Bill Barnwell on ESPN, the Lions are monitoring several positions on the market, edge rusher, secondary, but the surprise is that the front office is also looking to reinforce the offensive line, even though they already have strong players on the roster. The main concern, according to him, is on the left side, since Giovanni Manu had problems replacing Taylor Decker before going on the injured list with a knee problem. The options on the market are few and complicated. Braxton Jones from the Bears is injured. Evan Neal from the Giants has been a total failure so far. In other words, nothing that would really solve the situation. But then comes the smart move. Instead of looking for an unlikely tackle, Detroit can target one of the most dominant guards of recent years, someone who would arrive as an undisputed starter, immediately increasing quarterback protection and opening up huge holes for the running game with Gibbs and Monty. We are talking about Joel Bitonio from the Cleveland Browns, a true monster, elite in run blocking and also in pass protection, and who is in the last year of his contract. Exactly the perfect type of target for a team that is all in on the Super Bowl. But there are more people at the table and a gigantic decision to be made. Sources connected to ESPN claim that Cleveland may be willing to trade not only Bitonio, but their entire inside line, including Wyatt Teller, another top-tier guard only 30 years old, who could be a long-term solution in Detroit. Bitonio at 34 would be an immediate impact, perhaps for 1 or 2 seasons, but who cares about 2 years from now when the present is what can finally take the Lions to the top of the NFL? Detroit has almost $25.5 million available in salary cap space, is a 2-time NFC North champion, and knows that the conference is wide open. There's a real window to reach the Super Bowl, one of those opportunities you can't afford to miss. And that's why the next few hours promise to be explosive. The Lions should attack at least 2 of the 3 areas of greatest need: defensive line, secondary, and offensive line. In other words, this move could be just the first of a bombastic sequence. So keep watching the upcoming videos, because this trade could happen at any moment, and if Joel Bitonio really does land in Detroit, my friends, the rest of the NFL is going to start shaking.